What's going on, guys? We have to have a little chat about the TX22. This is the new striker-fired 22 long rifle pistol by Taurus, and most of the reviews have been pretty awesome about this gun so far, but as you've seen from the footage I've rolled in so far, it has not been all sunshine and rainbows for me. This gun does have really awesome features that far surpass anything else on the 22 long rifle semi-automatic platform at the moment, in my opinion. This gun is almost a complete game changer, and I use that word very literally, seeing how this gun has a lot of really cool parts about it that nothing else has. But it has those glaring issues. So one issue is that this rear sight has a tendency to come flying off, and you can see that little tiny screw right there. It's a good thing I was in an indoor range, because otherwise you will never find this little tiny screw that is not Loctited in for your adjustable rear sight. I brought this gun from the gun store directly to the range, and I put about 700 rounds through it in that one session. At about 500 rounds, the rear sight came flying off, and for the rest of the time I just used the front sight. The other issue, this gun is locking back not on an empty magazine. So you'll still have rounds in the magazine, and it is locking back on you while firing. This is an issue I have only seen happening when I have two hands on the gun and a solid grip on the gun. So if you have a crappy grip, this will not affect you at all. But if you have a really good grip, a really firm grip, this is going to be an issue for you. I have no idea why this would be happening. And I sent it into Taurus. I actually called them and asked them what could be wrong with this gun, and they asked me to send it right in and to see if they could figure out what was wrong. And as you can see, they put no problem found with the slide catch. There is a problem, and I can show you clear footage of it right here. I made it clear to the customer service representative that I have training with firearms and experience troubleshooting firearms, and I even made sure that my thumb was nowhere near the slide catch when this was occurring. And the guy told me to send it in, and as you can see, they put no problem found. So apparently nobody at Taurus knows how to hold a gun properly to make this malfunction occur. But when you have a solid thumbs forward grip, and something must be like in the recoil impulse is transferring to maybe this very light slide release, because it's a very light slide stop, so it's very easy to push up. Maybe that's what's up. I don't know. It's gonna cause problems for you. So if you have a good grip and you want to like use this gun as a training tool for maybe your combat 9mm pistol or whatever, this is gonna be a little bit finicky for you, as you are gonna cause it to malfunction. The upside of all of this, if they could figure out why this thing is locking back prematurely and this sight actually stays on the back of it, this gun is by far the best 22 long rifle pistol I have ever shot. I have a Ruger 2245 light, and this thing just blows it away in every possible facet. From the ergonomics, the stippling, the safety action, it fires without a magazine, so you can dry fire this thing. Like, all these little features that don't normally come in a 22 come in this gun. So the biggest thing is, I'm gonna have to say, the striker fired trigger is epic. And I'll roll in some even live footage of me playing with this, and I'll show you right here on the camera. So you have this fantastic trigger here. It's a little bit of take up, just like a normal striker fired gun. You hit this nice wall, and then that really short, crisp break. It's awesome. And then you reset, that's it. And then you're at the wall, short, crisp break. Like, this striker fired trigger would be amazing on a real combat handgun. Like, if you put this in a P320 and a P10C, I mean, this is like a PPQ style trigger. It's very light. It's like 4.5 pounds. Very crisp, very short reset, very short travel altogether. So now that we mentioned how awesome this trigger is, which is what surprised me the most, I'd say, about this gun, let's talk about some other stuff I really like about it. The ergonomics are phenomenal on this gun. When you hold on to it, it just fits in your hand like a glove. It's awesome. There's one minor finger groove that feels really good. It helps you get a nice high grip. The beaver tail is nice and high undercut over here. It's just, they have like the index points on both sides. It's really fantastic the way they put the ergonomics of this firearm. And the stippling is nice. It's kind of like a mellowed out P320, kind of like the original P320 stippling before they kept upgrading it. It's kind of like a medium grit sandpaper. And that's very nice, even though 22 is not kicking a lot. It feels really nice in the hand, and it gives you some nice grip. We have this safety. It is kind of tough to put on and off. It's not like you can't really, it's not easy to flip with your thumb, but I have really long thumbs, so I'm kind of getting it from like the very back. There we go. So, but I mean, if you're using this gun, you're probably not going to be carrying it cocked and locked. This is a 22. You're not going to be carrying it at all. What this gun is it's a perfect training simulator for your 9mm striker-fired handgun. You know, you can put your light on there. You can put 16 rounds in the magazine. The trigger is phenomenal. In fact, the trigger is going to be better than your actual striker-fired gun. So you're going to be like a little spoiled by using this trigger, but other than that, the gun is set up just like every other gun that we're gonna use and fight with, and that is very cool. That is a great selling point on this gun. In fact, if they can figure out this little slide stop issue catching when it's not supposed to, this gun would be a fantastic full-size like 9mm handgun. Like, they should make that. I wouldn't be surprised if they already aren't designing it. Like, this is a very cool striker-fired gun, aside from the couple minor issues that I have. And I'm very impressed with it. I really enjoy shooting it. And aside from you having, like, a really ironclad grip on the gun, you're going to love this pistol. It shoots so well. I can roll in some accuracy footage. I'm pretty sure that this trigger aids in that, because it is very light, crisp, short, but the accuracy you can get out of just these iron sights are really great, and I can throw that in there. Other than that, I gotta say, I am overall impressed with this gun. I do enjoy shooting it. I just find it annoying that I have to keep playing with the slide stop to get the gun to run, and it will happen at least a couple times per magazine. So I'm going to try to get in contact with Taurus again after this video and see if there's something else they can figure out as to why this is happening now that I have video footage of it occurring. Another perfect tool this is for is teaching new people to shoot. This is, since it's set up just like all your other guns, you can teach anyone on this gun and it'll be not intimidating. It'll be super comfortable in the hand. They have an awesome trigger, so they'll shoot it well. It's just, it looks cool. That's super important when it comes to guns, is you want it to look cool. You don't want it to be like a nerdy looking gun like, you know, some of those other 22 long rifles, like even my 22 45 is a very nerdy looking gun. This is very fun for someone to shoot because it looks like a real full-size like 9mm, and it's really just this awesome 22. So another interesting thing is that they add in a threaded barrel, which you can unscrew this little tiny cap here, and you can actually put threading on. I have it right over here. So that you can put a regular 9mm suppressor on this gun. And you just throw that on there like that, boom, and now you got a threaded barrel. So that is pretty cool. So yeah, you just put this little thread adapter on that's a 1/2 by 28, and you'll have really fun all day at the range for, you know, $40, and you can have like 1,000 rounds of 22 caliber. So this is just a really fun little toy to play around with. Something I should mention, aside from this slide catch issue, this thing was 100% reliable with even the cheapest, shittiest ammo from Walmart. And that's really huge, as my 2245 is not like that. You really need to shoot quality ammunition through it, like CCI mini mags. I can roll in a picture. I used 4 different kinds of rounds from different manufacturers, and they all worked flawlessly in this gun. It was fantastic. I have 900 to 1,000 rounds through it right now, from before I sent it to Taurus and after I sent it to Taurus to make sure that they didn't fix it, and they didn't. So aside from that, final thoughts, I think this gun is phenomenal, and I actually would love to see this thing in 9mm, and that would be a really fun gun because of how awesome their trigger is, their ergos are. I love the looks. I think this gun is very cool. It has a lot of potential, and it just came out, so I think that it's all looking uphill from here, but like I said, there is that glaring issue, and they really need to fix that and really Loctite this screw, guys. This is just an oversight. That's absurd. All right, see you guys.